the one drinking beer. I'm drinking water. 2 touchdowns a game?
Yes, in the game.
You're tripping.
Hell yeah. High
Super Bowl time.
I don't know what we're doing in the front office, man.
Twiddling our fucking dick.
Ryan, I just need you to drink this.
Wide receiver trivia. That's what she said.
Upset.
Are those crutches?
You can see Ryan's crutches. What is going on, folks? Welcome back to your favorite show on the internet. This is After Further Review, episode 248. I'm your co-host, Jalen Brown.
I am your best looking co-host, Malin Dennis.
And I'm your other great co-host, Nestor.
I'm your other co-host, Junebug Spade.
I am the last co-host you are ever going to hear from. Rolling hard and heavy from the PNW. G-Money in the fucking house.
That intro gets longer each week. It gets longer each week.
It could be the last time I'm doing it, so I gotta get like 30 seconds out of it at least.
Thankful to have you guys on for another Wednesday night to do the best sports show on the internet, folks. So let's take a cheers to get things kicked off the right way. We're coming up on 250 here. Cheers, gents.
Water.
One of us has to be sober every night.
We might have to all come to Temple for that.
That's 300.
Okay. All right. He already got that worked out.
I mean, you'd be coming like, instead of going to your cruise, you'd be like, hey, babe, we gotta go to.
Change
might be
itinerary.
Change of plans, yeah.
You no longer have a person that's never been divorced on this show. Yeah, keep the streak alive, June.
Okay.
All right, folks. We, if you're new to the show, I should say, we are a NFL and NBA podcast. Currently, we're just really talking about the NFL as it is about to kick off here in, I think we're less than a month out now because it's like September 4th, I think is the kickoff.
Yep.
Yeah, so less than 30 days, folks, from the start of the NFL season. I cannot wait. What we've been doing this summer is breaking down every division in the NFL and giving record predictions for each and every last team. We are currently on the AFC East, so that is where we're going to start out here. What we do is go through each of the 4 teams, give a record prediction, also point out any notable games and, an explanation behind your prediction. So we're going to predict in the order the division finished in last year. So we're going to start with Buffalo, end with my Patriots. So let's start with the Bills, and G-Money, you can take us away.
I have the Bills going 12-5. I don't see them having a drop off. And the East, the East is theirs to take. There are going to be some surprises for them. I kind of, when I look at the games, normally Kansas City would stick out, but they're going to beat Kansas City. Why? Because they beat Kansas City in the regular season. They just can't beat them in the playoffs. But towards the end of the season, right? They play New England, Cleveland, Philly, and the Jets. You kind of look at that and you go like, well, shit, they should take 3 of those. But Cleveland's defense is such that it's going to scare some people. The offense isn't going to, by the way. They've got 4 quarterbacks, so really they don't have a quarterback. But Philly, Philly's going to be tough. The Jets may be tough. New England's going to surprise people. But I look at the last 5 games of the season. That's the games I want to watch because we know in the beginning what's going to happen. I mean, we know when they play Baltimore, what's going to happen. They play Miami, New Orleans, New England, Atlanta, Carolina. I mean, as I said, Kansas City's a win. Why? Because they beat them in the regular season. I just don't. I don't see a drop off. I don't see a drastic drop off where unless Josh Allen gets injured. Now, as we all know with our predictions, if your starting quarterback goes down, hello Miami, your team goes down.
All right, so 12-4. I'm sorry, 12
and
5 from June, from G Money. June, you can go ahead next.
I got the Bills at 11-6. And it's mainly because of the individuals that they lost. They lost Amari Cooper, and they lost who I thought was one of the talented players, and that was Matt Collins. Matt Collins is a pretty good receiver.
Oh, that's
Matt Collins. They lost him. The good dude was a good receiver. And they lost Raul Douglas, too. One of their best defensive backs. And, you can't... They did some good signing, and I'm going to tell you, they did some great signing, but I don't think they got that back. Now, they did pick up Joey Bosa. That will boost that defense. Okay? The defense will be solid on the front four. You don't have to worry about that. But I think their offense for the first month, even though they don't have a very strong schedule the first month, I think that first month of schedule is going to be tough for them. They're going to struggle. Offensively, I think they're going to struggle as a team until, Josh gets comfortable with his receiving core. Because he's had a lot of turnover in that area over the past 3 seasons. They had a stable core for a while, and then all of a sudden, what's his name? Gabriel, was it Garcia? Gabriel?
Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis gone. Stephon Diggs gone. And now you got Amari Cooper and Matt Collins gone. And there's a couple of other people who left too. There's 2 or 3 other receivers that he's lost. So they got some work to do, I think, offensively. But the game I circled was the game G Money just talked about. It's that barometer game because it's late in the season, and it's that Chiefs game, that November 2nd game. That's going to be a great game to watch. G Money's right; they're probably going to beat them, but I think it's still going to be a barometer game for them because you're going to really get to see where they're at, where Josh Allen is with this offense. Is this offense ready to compete and go deep into the playoffs this season with all these losses that they've taken at the wide receiver core this year? Because I like Josh Allen as a quarterback. He's a terrific quarterback. But he's not Tom Brady. Tom Brady, it did not matter who Tom Brady had at wide receiver. Okay? So Tom Brady didn't matter. His receiver core changed all the time. Tom Brady adjusted to it. But I don't know, with all the turnover that Josh Allen has had, is that going to translate to a deep playoff run? Especially when the teams in your division are slowly gotten better and they're all focusing on one task. You got to remember, this division saying, you know what, you've been running us long enough. Now it's time for us to gang up on you.
Yeah,
we're going to blame Miami for this bullshit. The Bills being so good.
Just proof right now that Nessa don't pay attention to shit, man. That's just put something else on.
Yeah, but that's what I got. I got to go 11-6, and it's only 11-6 because of that reason.
All right. Well, I mean, we're talking right now about what their regular season record is going to be, not how deep of a playoff run they're going to go.
Giving us the full thing.
And what, like, Josh Allen lost Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs and turned around and threw for almost 4,000 yards, 28 touchdowns, 6 picks without having a single wide receiver going over 1,000 yards. I don't think he's going to miss Amari Cooper in his 20 catches. I don't think he's going to miss Hollins in his 31s. They'll find somebody else to fill that. I had question marks going in last year, like how the way you're feeling now, June, is the way I was feeling last year. But Josh Allen proved to me that it don't matter who the hell he got out there. He's going to make plays. He's going to run with it. I do think they should run the ball a little bit more with Cook. To have a 4.9 average, but only run for 1,000 yards because he only carried the ball 207 times. You could take a little bit of beating away from Allen if you give Cook the ball a little bit more. And when I look at their schedule, man, I saw 8 games that I would put down is like a guaranteed win. Okay. I believe that they would beat the Jets both times.
Right.
So that's 2. I believe that they'll beat New Orleans, which is 3, at least one, or New Orleans. I believe they'll beat New England at least once. So that's 4. I think they'll beat Carolina, which is 5. I agree with G Money that KC can't beat them in regular season. That's 6. And I also got them beating Cleveland, and stealing 1 from Miami. So that's 8 right there. That I can see, because the Bills do a really good job of winning the games that they should win. And then they're usually 500 in the games that are a toss-up. So I'm going to give them 12-5, just doing some math. Going to have them at 12-5. I think they'll be just as poised as they were going into the postseason last year. But we'll talk later about how poised they stay once they're in the postseason. But they're good to rack up some good wins.
Okay. Nestor.
I got them at 13-4. Kind of a weaker schedule, in my opinion. Besides that first game against the Ravens, everything else seems pretty easy until they meet up with Kansas City week 9. The Dolphins just don't do good going into Buffalo those first few weeks. They just don't. And we haven't really solved any of the problems, but that's for a different time. They don't. I feel like they have a key player in that wide receiver room with Khalil Shakir. He's just always available. And you got 2 tight ends, Knox and Dalton Kincaid, who are also very talented. So like Malin said, Josh Hines is always going to find a way to make the plays. You got James Cook, amazing running back. So there's some good defense there. I think they're going to hold it down. I just don't like the coaching. I don't like Sean McDermott. I think he's a weak, incompetent coach. A lot of the times I blame this man because he just doesn't have what it takes to take his team over the finish line. And the only team that can stop this team in the East, because it's not the Ravens, because they're going to fold like they always do. The only team is Kansas City, and they have the better coaching. That's the only thing that kind of can really stop them. But I feel like this season, they're just going to be just as amped up to make a deep run in the playoffs. So I think we steal a game from them, but it's going to be very hard. Yeah, they got just enough talent.
Also, Jalen, they're not losing that last game of the year to the Jets. Last game at Ralph Murphy Stadium, bringing back the red helmet.
They're gonna
Yeah.
fold Justin Fields like a
I
pancake.
don't care if they don't even need to be playing. Josh Allen's going to run out there and wear that red helmet. He wears it every damn training camp, trying to get it back for freaking like 3 years now. The Bills fans are going to break so many damn tables. Oh, it's going to be crazy.
I've got this team. I'm with Nestor. I've got them winning 13 games. They are. I think they're just benefiting from a easier schedule and an easy division. Like I really don't think anybody else is really close to them.
It's a Dolphin fault.
We can pin the
I
blame
disagree.
there. I'm not mad at that.
They were supposed to be good.
Yes, supposed to. And in fact, I kind of have them like Kansas City was last year. I have them winning their first 11 games of the season. So I think they're going to be the talk of the whole NFL of that, like the one undefeated team. And I have their first L actually coming to Houston in week 12. But yeah, the only games I have them losing or is that Houston game, the following week to Pittsburgh. I do have them losing to my Patriots week 15 in New England. And then a shocking loss to the Browns at home, in Cleveland in week 16. But
which is not unconscionable.
Yes. At home, though, I think this team is going to be, I think they'll be pretty much undefeated this entire season. I think in the past 2 years, they've only lost like 2 or 3 home games when Josh Allen is starting, at least. So that is a very hard place to go in and win. So combining just Josh Allen coming off an MVP year, weak division, fairly easy schedule. Yeah, I really think that they are poised to make another deep playoff run like they did last year. So 13 wins from me. All right. Speaking of Miami, we will go there next. G Money.
Yeah. Miami has no cornerbacks. None. Zero. Zilch. I got him go. I got him going 5-12.
Jesus.
Yeah. Look,
Nestor.
this isn't going to be like the Chargers. I mean, yeah. Let's be realistic. Your defense is not going to be good, and you got to keep Tua upright, which is somewhat doubtful. I just don't see it. I just don't see the Dolphins really doing anything this year. And next year they look. My guess is next year, if Tua stays healthy, they can keep him upright and healthy. Maybe they don't draft a quarterback in next year's draft, but maybe they do and trade him. Who knows? But yeah, 5-12, and I might be a little lenient on them because who knows? Maybe when New Orleans goes down, then maybe New Orleans beats them, and they don't go 5-12.
Yeah,
But,
June. June, you mind if I go next real quick? Be short and
No,
sweet.
go ahead, buddy.
All right. First of all, men of Miami, husbands of Miami, you're on notice because Zach Wilson is not just there to hold a clipboard, my friend. So if your wife says she's going out to brunch, she's going to get crunched, if you know what I mean. Zach Wilson didn't even know he was on the squad, people. I didn't even realize Quinn Ewers was backup quarterback. Zach Wilson at some point is going to play football for this team.
He snuck in there.
I got 5 wins. I got 5 wins.
Damn.
I don't like the offensive line. I don't like A-Chain. Well, I don't like A-Chain being able to hold down the running back position for the whole year because he always gets hurt. I have issues with wide receiver. When your third wide receiver is Malik Washington or D. Eskridge. G Money, you know who D. Eskridge is. Guys. You got to get.
Nobody knows who D. Eskridge is. He doesn't even know.
As much as I don't like, the defense, I think the offense is going to be in trouble. Tua out there looking like he's a part of fucking Fraggle Rock with that new haircut he has. I don't know if that's like a concussion preventer or whatever. 5 wins. 5 wins.
Haircut.
Oh,
damn! Brutal tonight.
Yeah, there was no punches being held. June, maybe you can give him a couple more wins, June. Can we put you down for 7?
I will. No, you put me down for 9. Give me 9 wins for the
shoot.
Miami Dolphins.
Mr. 305 himself.
Oh, no.
Okay, June been talking all that
Dude.
shit about Miami this whole episode, and he's like, "Yeah, y'all gonna have a winning record."
I got him at 9.
Listen,
Like,
listen. They did lose some key players: Devon Holland, Jalen Ramsey, and Johnny Smith. That's right. Yeah. So they lost some key players, and the draft was pretty decent. They're trying to get younger in certain areas. I do have concerns about the offensive line. I do have concerns, but you know what? They still got Tua. They still got Tariq Hill, and they still got Waddle. And if they can get the running game going, they can sneak a few wins out that they shouldn't win. Miami can be that team that's kind of blow up the AFC. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Miami's still in it. It's late in the year. But the reason why I don't give them 10 wins, why I don't see them making the playoffs, is because the end of the year is the Steelers, the Bengals, the Bucks, and the Pats. That's a tough stretch for a team that's kind of on the fence. You know what I mean? It's not like the Miami team from a few years ago, when if they would have had this stretch at the end of the year, I would say they're going to make the playoffs no problem. But this team is going to have problems. But I still think they can eke out 9 wins because they're just going to win a couple of games that you don't see them winning. And so that's why I got them there. But whew, you guys are rough. I felt, oh gosh. Oh God.
Well, Nestor, what do you have to say?
I got them at 12 wins. I'm just kidding. No, but so that's actually not that much of a difference. I got them at 10-7. Miami hopeful here.
That is hopeful.
Asante Samuel said that the leadership in Miami has no backbone, and I completely agree with that. Chris Greer is incompetent. We have a funny coach, and that's about it. He's good. He's not bad. He's not a bad coach.
Okay.
But he's
Woo!
more
I thought he
funny
was going so well.
than he is effective. He's losing the locker room. Players are starting to show up late to meetings. Tyreek Hill gets locked up. I'm not talking about the cops. I'm talking about the defense. Whenever he faces competent defense, especially later in the season, he gets locked up. You can't do anything. He's not that Tyreek Hill that we're expecting, like explosive plays from him. Waddle fell off a cliff because you could argue because of Tua, but hopefully he has a good season. Running game, I guess it's good with A-Chain. Also, Jordan Poyer, former Bills, he said he wouldn't go above and beyond for any of those Dolphins players. There's a problem in that locker room. There's a problem with the organization that they're just weak-minded. There's something going on. They're just like not pushing through. And honestly, we have a quarterback that, although he wants to play, sometimes when he's actually there, it just doesn't seem like he's competent or he's really trying. Because that game against the Bills last season, please get that guy off. Because he how many interceptions did he throw before he got a concussion? He made horrible decisions. So, all that being said, I feel like they're gonna get some wins here, like the Colts, Jets. You got the Jets a few times. We got the Panthers, Chargers. I think we can beat the Browns. So there's some room there for success, but at the end of the day, it's just the Bills division, unfortunately. So
It would have been funny as hell, Jalen, if you did like a little drop on Nestor's audio when he said, "Get this guy off." That would have been funny.
So
That's
Nestor,
the TikTok.
before we move on from Nestor, you're a resident Dolphins fan. Hey, what about the rumor? Because it's spreading like wildfire up here that the Dolphins are talking about the trade with Terry McLaurin and Tyreek Hill. Right now, the offer on the table from the Dolphins is Tyreek Hill, or Terry McLaurin, and a second round pick. Have you heard anything about that? Because it's all around up here. They've been talking about it in the DC area.
Why the hell wouldn't they just
Right,
pay
just pay.
McLaurin
Yeah,
then
yeah.
if they gonna have to pay him?
Right, because what's Tyreek making?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I would get rid of Tyreek Hill in a heartbeat. I'm not sure
Yikes.
it'd be a bold take. Yeah.
That's don't
For
give a
Terry,
shit.
yeah.
It is the Tyreek show, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I've got this team at 6 wins. And when I was looking at this schedule, I was giving you guys shit for giving them 5.
All shocked when me and Jimmy said 5.
Yeah.
Hey.
6 is so much better.
I found a
6 is so much better.
extra win than you guys did.
Well, you can't get a half a win in the league, so
When I was looking at the schedule, it came down to 2 things. Like it was mentioned earlier, their secondary is non-existent. So I was looking at who has speedy receivers and quarterbacks who can throw the ball down the field. And in the second half of the year, where are they playing? Because if they're playing anywhere in the north, forget about it. So, number one, their schedule is just, they've got a brutal schedule. I mean, they're playing all the heavy hitters in the AFC. And then they do play the Commanders overseas. They're going to go halfway across the world to go catch an L. That's really unfortunate.
They don't do well overseas. No,
they do not. And then the second half of the season, they've got to go to New York, to Pittsburgh, to New England. They are going to host the Bengals and the Bucks. I have them losing both of those games, even though they're at home. I think both of those teams are just better than them. So, unfortunately, got them losing 11 games. And I think by the end of the season, there's going to be much louder talk about the Mike McDaniel's hot seat for old boy there. But
fired everybody. Start again.
Unfortunately, that was a fire that burned hot at the beginning of his start there. But it's not looking too great.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you this about the Dolphins, man. I'm gonna say this: if they would have had a more seasoned coach with that team they had a couple of years ago, you know, when A-Chain and Mostert was running wild, when they had, you know, Waddle and Tyreek and who was that third wide receiver? Who was the third wide?
Yeah.
Remember they
oh man.
Remember? And I was like, damn, that team is going to be good. If they would have had a better coach in there, that team would have been in the AFC Championship game and possibly in the Super Bowl because that team was stacked offensively.
That team was cooked the moment that Tua took a shot and turned into Edward Scissorhands right there on the field, man. Like, when he did all up weird, like Down syndrome gang signs, it was over. It's just been a fluttering of great play and then bad play and injuries ever since then.
Yeah.
I think you can put a little bit of the lack of discipline now under Mike McDaniels, but everybody was all bought in them first couple of years. Everybody was showing up and injuries hadn't been happening yet. And, you know, he could talk about, you know, Jordans during his press conference and not football. Nobody cared.
Yep.
So show up with sweatpants pulled up to your knees, like whatever. But now it's different. Now he's on the hot seat. Not as much fun now. So and Brian Flores is looking at him like I told y'all about fucking Tua.
Yep.
About Tua.
Smartest man in the room. All right, let's get to the next team. G Money, the Jets.
I think the Jets are going to be much improved this season. I think just the fact that you got rid of Aaron Rodgers and the cancer that he is, the fact that he probably didn't want anybody to coach him, he coached himself. Sort of like how Russell Wilson was his first year in Denver. and that didn't work out well. Didn't work out well for the Jets. I had the Jets going 10-6. I think Justin Fields will be a better quarterback for the Jets than Aaron Rodgers was. And one of those reasons is because he's more mobile. He might not be as accurate as Aaron Rodgers, but he's sure as hell going to be more mobile. And you need that with that offensive line. You know, I don't see him going down the third play of the first game with a freaking injury, so he can't play again for the rest of the season.
Now, don't be mean.
Mean. It was true. That Aaron Rodgers went down, was born like a little girl.
Did he say 10-7?
You heard him
I said
correctly,
10-6. 10-6. 10-7. Yeah, 10-7. 10-7. 10-7.
We just turn into Rain Man.
I was turning the clock back there for a moment, back to 84, 85. I was like, yeah. No, 10.
10-7.
When they last had a real quarterback, 10-7.
I understood. June. I'm very curious now. G Money came in hot there, so.
Ooh, boy, G Money came in hot. But if G Money came in hot, I'm coming in Antarctica. They 4-13.
Oh,
4-13 squad. They just, and I'm gonna tell you why. Start off the season. This is their first 7 games. The Steelers, the Bills, the Bucks, the Dolphins, the Cowboys, the Broncos, the Panthers, and the Bengals. They can't beat none of those teams. Not one of those teams.
Nope. Can't beat the Panthers.
Nope.
Can't beat the Panthers.
Nope.
The hell?
Nope. They can't beat Miami. Miami. Miami doesn't have any cornerbacks. I mean, they're gonna put linebackers out there to play cornerback.
Yeah, but they don't have a quarterback. The Jets are not a good football team right now. They got some good pieces. They got a couple of good pieces. What's his name? Garrett Wilson is good. The running back is good. But it's proven with this team, you have to have a competent quarterback. And right now, they just don't have a competent quarterback. Okay? I'm sorry. I cannot put them past 4 wins. Justin Fields has never done zero built shit in this league to make me believe that this boy is going to somehow take the New York Jets to 10 wins or 6 wins for that matter.
He's clipped this.
There's no way. There's no way in the hell. There's no way in the hell it's going to happen. Jets are going 4-13. They're going to be the number 1 pick. They're going to be the number 1. They're going to get the number 1 draft pick next year.
Lord. Okay.
Jesus Christ. All right.
I mean, Justin Fields he's having a heart attack somewhere right now.
Well, I mean, he keeps talking about how the Jets don't have a quarterback. Like Justin Fields didn't go 4-2 in his first 6 starts with the Pittsburgh Steelers last year. Like he won some games in Pittsburgh, and they got benched just because Tomlin wanted Russell Wilson to play. It's not like Russ played any better than him, so we don't really know how many wins he could have got. It was 4-2 when he got benched. That's kind of crazy. The quarterback at 4-2 gets benched. I'm giving him 6 wins. Give him 6 wins.
Damn.
And I'm giving him 6 wins because I do think it's going to be some tough sledding with the schedule. I do believe they have a tough schedule. But I agree with G Money that Fields' elusiveness is going to create some problems. They're going to fuck around and find out and slide into a W when it should have been an L. Breece Hall, hopefully he's a year more healthy after tearing his ACL the year before last, and he was doing really great before that happened. I like the defense on the Jets, and I root for Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn was a first-round draft pick, I think, in 1994 by the New York Jets. He was a defensive back. I believe he came out of NC State, but I'm probably wrong about that. And his biggest claim to fame at this current point is the Dolphins, with less than a minute left, got fooled with a fake spike by Dan Marino, and he threw a touchdown to Irving Fryer over Aaron Glenn as a rookie, and the Dolphins won 28-24. So the man needs some good things to happen, is all I'm saying. So give Aaron Glenn a little bit of shine. Let's see what that defense can do with a defensive-minded head coach. But I got 6 wins for him, just because I think they got enough talent to squeak out one more win than Miami, only because I think the talent in New York is going to be more healthy and play more games than the talent in Miami.
Very fair. Nestor.
I think the schedule's pretty tough, to be honest with you. And I think their offense is still just a bit well, the organization is trash, but the offense is still not there. Like June said, I don't expect Justin Fields to lead them into anything above 6 wins, but I got them at 4-13. And it's a schedule, man. It's just a schedule.
It's the schedule.
You got who? What tells you that they're gonna beat the Steelers week 1? What exactly? Like how many problems have the Steelers given their defense, given other teams, and they just win? Get these weird wins out of nowhere, especially against the Jets.
The last 2 years in the first game of the year.
I mean, you got the Bills week 2, then you gotta go to Tampa.
Who's the Steelers running back? Is Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf on offense right now? Who else they got? Well, what other skill player Steelers got?
I just
Najee Harris. Najee's still there.
TJ Watt
He's not there anymore. He's a Charger.
If TJ Watt gets a hand on Justin Fields,
I mean, they've got Jonnu Smith, tight end. Plus, they have their own tight end from 2 years ago. So they're going to do a 2 tight end, 1 wide receiver, and running back by committee type of thing. And Aaron Rodgers is going to get the shit kicked out of him. He'll be by midseason. He'll be in a cave somewhere.
I mean, I could see how they could get 6 wins, maybe, but like a lot of these games, they play the Bengals. They play. Nothing tells me they're wildly better than even the Browns. I just don't have any faith in the Jets, and I think we're going to see that throughout the season.
I am shocked that we got through this whole segment and only mentioned the word cancer 1 time. So, good job, everybody. I have them winning 5 games, kind of right there in the middle. Yeah, I don't see it. They've got a tough schedule, and I'm not a big believer in Justin Fields. I just looked it up. He's only won 14 games ever as a starter. It's not very good. I would love to see him have a breakout year, but don't know if that's gonna happen with the Jets this year. So 5 wins. I think some of those upsets, like I have them upsetting. I don't know that the Browns is not necessarily an upset. The Panthers got to be in the Panthers. I think that's very winnable for them. I do have them beating my Patriots late in the year. Have them beating the Dolphins at home the second time around. There is an upset here that I won't say what it is. I don't want to make somebody upset here, but it's towards the beginning of the year.
I know what it is.
You think they're going to beat the Cowboys?
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
You think they're going to beat the Cowboys?
Man, what you think? What you think? They beat the Cowboys.
I mean, I mean, I haven't beaten the
Cowboys
Cowboys, so you know.
Cowboys by 40. The
Cowboys are
by
in
40.
the Cowboys are in the back 40, maybe.
Cowboys by 40.
Oh Lord. All right, let's get down to the
Okay. Hold on. Just one more thing, man. Like, okay, so we're not big believers maybe in Justin Fields, right? But you know who their backup quarterback is? It's that powder albino guy, the one that doesn't have any hair on his body, including eyebrows, Joshua Dobbs. He's good
Oh,
for
okay.
he's in the clutch.
the scientist.
He looks like a cancer patient,
Yeah.
but he's clutch. He looks
Yeah,
like he wants more chemo than Jim Kelly, but look at him. He's there. He can do it.
I mean, he's a rocket scientist. I mean, yeah, he can figure out the
He's
angles.
on the Jets. That's a
Oh my God, that's
a match made in heaven. Joshua Dobbs,
one in the chemistry lab.
one scary looking guy though.
Too much time on the Jets so far.
Yeah, so is his parents.
Okay. To the Patriots we go. G Money, take us away. Why are the Patriots winning the AFC?
Well, they're not winning the AFCs, but they are going to go to the playoffs.
I'll take it.
I have them. Everybody's sitting down. I have them at 11-6. I actually, when I looked at everything, I like Vrabels as a head coach. I think Drake May is a better quarterback than he ever had at in Tennessee. I mean, he had nobody. I mean, he really didn't have a quarterback. Now, the running game isn't going to be as good as it was in Tennessee because he did have King Henry, and he doesn't have King Henry in New England. But I think New England's defense is good, and it's going to get better. The O-line, they've shored up the O-line. They took Campbell out of LSU at tackle. I don't know if that will be I honestly don't know if that's going to be where he's going to land up playing most of his NFL career. I could see him sliding into left guard more so than left tackle.
He's it's guard.
But I think right now they have him playing left tackle, so we'll see. Stephon Diggs, I mean, so the guy's on a boat with a bunch of naked girls passing pink powder around. Maybe they wanted powder. They wanted to be powdered down with this pink powder. You know, we don't know. But you know, hey, NFL hasn't suspended him yet, and the Patriots aren't suspending him.
Goddamn right.
And if nothing else, for 1 year, he's going to be their number one wide receiver.
Agreed.
And that makes them better this year than they were last year.
Amen.
And that defense is going to be better. So that 11-6 in the playoffs.
Complete side note. It was news to me that Stephon Diggs, his girlfriend's Cardi B. I just found that out recently. I was like, that's
oh my God.
interesting.
You might as well knock him down to 98 at this point now. I don't need no Cardi B tracks in November.
June, go ahead.
I want to say
That
something,
weather
but I
gets
can't.
cold. It's gonna be somewhere. Inside too long.
I envy everything the Patriots did this offseason. I really did. If you go back and look, every single NFL analyst said that the Patriots had the best offseason of anybody. They signed a lot of players. They got the people that they needed. They know what they needed. They talked to their head coach, which is, for me, is a big deal when you actually sit down with the head coach and you actually bring in the people that you need. And you let the head coach talk to the people that's coming in. You know, instead of some of these other owners that just, we're going to bring these guys in. You don't have no say. You better play them where we want you to. Cowboys. You listening, Jerry? Dickhead.
Jerry's on his 5th vodka. He's not listening to anything right now.
He said,
Um, but I like what the Patriots did. This team, to me, is on the uptick. Okay, they are on the uptick, and I got them going 10-7 this year. I think this is
Let's
a good
go.
team. They're gonna lose a couple of games, but picking up Mac Hollins like they did from the Bills, it's gonna come back to bite the Bills in the ass. Okay, I'm telling you, it's gonna come back to bite the Bills in the ass. They finished the season. I think this is their toughest point with the Bills, the Ravens, the Jets, and the Dolphins. You got 3 division games, and then you got the Ravens. That's going to be a playoff team. So I think that's their toughest section that they're going through throughout the season. But I believe that this team is going to get a play. They're going to get that 7th spot. If anything, they're going to grab that 7th spot and make the playoffs this season. And even if they don't do well, I think it's going to boast this team for the future. And it's going to show what free agents can say. Oh, the Patriots are looking good. They got a good quarterback. They built that team the right way. I think I'm gonna go play with the Patriots. So 10-7 for this team. So kudos to the Patriots this offseason.
I'm loving it so far. Malin, we put you down for 12 wins.
man, I was until you told me that Stephon Diggs was dating Cardi B, I was going to go 10 wins, but I think I got to go 8 now because that man is going to be distracted and tired. I don't think anybody can blame him.
Expected to.
Anybody can blame him. No, I got him. I got him at 10 wins. It's wild that we can have so much belief in a quarterback the end of the year with like not even 2,300 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. But it's what he did like the last like 5 or 6 games. It really kind of showed you him coming into his own. I think the biggest difference that you're going to have in the coaching staff isn't even Mike Vrabel being the head coach. It's Josh McDaniels being the offensive coordinator. I think Josh McDaniels being the offensive coordinator is going to be the biggest impact that the Patriots going to have this year. I think he's going to open up Drake May. Thank God Kyle Riley just drove in 2 runs. That's beautiful. Sorry, watch. But Stevenson was averaging 4 yards a carry. Gibson was averaging 4.5 yards a carry last year. I like the receiving core. I still think that Christian Polk could be a little bit more of the offense. I think he was a great wide receiver out of Washington. I think he could get some more things. And Vrabel's going to take care of that defense. So I can see them winning 10 games. Now, whether 10 wins gets you in the playoffs, that I'm not ready to say yet, just because there's a lot of teams there's more teams in the AFC capable of getting the 10 wins. And I gotta go back and look at my tiebreakers to see if they made it or not. I haven't looked at the postseason part of my thing yet. But I do have them at 10 wins and number 2 in the division.
I love it. Nestor.
I am going to hedge my expectations because I have been burned before with my predictions about the Patriots record. Little did I know it was a bit early. That's all that was happening there. Because, like June said, this team is on the uptick. I do expect big things from Demario Douglas, Drake May, Kayshawn. Then they have a great wide receiver room that's only growing. Christian Gonzalez and cornerback, really talented. Ramondre Stevenson is a very underrated running back, in my opinion. Great coaching, 9-8, just because they're still growing. And I'm just hedging my expectations a little bit. But
Yes.
honestly, what else was I gonna say? I think I forgot. But yeah, 9-8 for the Patriots.
Second half Julio.
And Joshua Dobbs. Why am I seeing that Joshua Dobbs is on this team? He was on the Jets.
Yes, sir.
Is he on Patriots?
He is a
Whoops,
Patriot.
my bad.
yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't realize that.
Wrong depth chart. I'm
So
sorry,
I'm gonna put
guys.
them at 12 wins. I'm just kidding.
I'm changing my.
Oh man, you can't have Joshua Dobbs starting games in New England. Man, too much rain. He even got fucking eyebrows. That water gonna be on his eyes and shit.
You said 9-8, Nestor?
9-8.
Okay. I got them at the same thing. I also have my team at 9 wins. I just love all the moves that we made. I see this year as, if we make the playoffs somehow, I mean, great, but I see it as more of a year we finally establish an identity. And like June was saying, so that like the next couple of years, we have a place where free agents want to come to, because it's like, all right, like we're back on the map. People know what they're getting into. Hopefully Drake May can prove himself, and it's back to being a legitimate team in the NFL again. So loved the draft picks that we made. Getting Will Campbell was, I think he's going to be fantastic. I think Trayvon Henderson's going to be fantastic. Notable games. I don't know if upset is going to be kind of weird to say in some of these, but we've got a lot easier schedule than what we had last year. Way easier. Coming to Tampa in week 10, I still see. I think Tampa is going to beat us here, but I think that'll be a great game nonetheless. Yeah, I just think we're going to win the games that we should win, and then probably lose the games that we should lose. But there's enough winnable games in here where I think we can come out with a winning record at 9-8. So yeah, I have them second place in the AFC East.
Galen, it's really crazy watching a team, your favorite team, like build a winner instead of just picking a winner when you're a kid is your favorite team, isn't it? Oh, it's not that like you didn't pick the Cowboys back when they was winning Super Bowls in the early 90s. Stop. You did
I was a Cowboy.
Same damn thing.
My first quarterback was Danny White. Okay, I had
Danny White was a Pro Bowler. Danny White was a Pro Bowler.
I don't even know who that is.
We did not have a lot of winning records. We had some great players. We did not have a lot of winning records during that time period. Okay,
I'll never forget. I'm working next to Jalen. I go, "Who's your favorite team?" And he said the Patriots. And I looked at him. I was like, "How old are you?" And he told me, I was like, "Shit, man, you ain't seen a losing season." Yeah. He just said,
exactly. Yeah.
Not that I can recall. No.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing I want to say about Justin Fields. I know we done beat the poor guy to death.
Back to that boy.
It's just that he's only had one game. I think this is right. I'm going off of what they're telling me on the AI. It said he's only had one game over 300 yards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And his highest passing season, and he played a full season, was 2,500 yards. Now, that can be scheme. That can be scheme and the coaching, because he's only had defensive coaches. That may be a problem for him, that the guy has only had defensive head coaches. And Matt Eberflus was his coach most of the time. And I don't think Matt Eberflus had a competent offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach on his squad. And so I think that's kind of hindered him. And now you got Aaron Glenn. The reason why I don't have faith in him is because now you got Aaron Glenn, who is a defensive guy. And who's the offensive coordinator for the Jets? Does anybody know off the top of their heads?
Not a clue.
I determined not to commit that much memory to New York Jets.
So, but you see what I'm saying though? The boy hasn't had that. He hasn't had that coaching yet. He's never had a coach before. He's never had a coach before, so I don't. That's
I don't think the whole 2,500 yards thing is as damning as some people do. Because, like I said, Drake May, like he threw for 2,276 yards last year and had 15 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. I think we all think the Patriots are going to take a huge step up. Now they do have better coaching, but I don't know. Justin Fields' elusiveness has me sold that he can win some games.
It's interesting when Malin is the only person defending Justin Fields.
That is crazy. That is crazy. I'm just saying, man. No quarterback wins with the Bears, and he was 4-2 when he got benched. 4-2. Had a winning record.
Tanner Egenstrand is the offensive coordinator of the Jets. He was previously the passing game coordinator of the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
I mean, Jared Goff's been doing pretty well, and he studied under Ben Johnson.
That's true.
I don't think you pronounced his name right because you didn't pronounce it Eberflus either.
I think he probably nailed it. He got it.
I don't know I don't know how to say this shit.
It's X-Stan. It's X-Stan. All right.
X-Stan. Okay, yeah. What the hell his name is?
We are going to go to a break.
Tanner Enstrom.
We're going to go to a break. We're going to get hooked on phonics in 10 minutes. And when we come back, we've got a good amount of comments to get to.
Ooh, I like the comments too. I've seen some of them too.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff to stir the pot this week. The age-old question, top 5 quarterbacks. And, of course, who is winning the AFC East.
June got all giddy like we're going to be talking about someone's OnlyFans comments or something. I don't know. That was everybody got excited.
What happens when an only girl fans dies and, do you get your money back?
Okay, June, again, man, we got a streak going with one guy that's still married and not divorced. Why are you trying to hurt that?
I mean, no, you don't, because that money is already gone. It's out of your account, and you're not getting it back. It becomes part of the estate.
It's gone, June.
Yeah, you're not getting it back.
I'm just joking. It's not me.
Your $11.99 is in the ether. Sorry.
Yeah.
June, are you joining us in the second half, or are you dipping out?
Yeah. I'm here, buddy. I'm here.
Let's go. All right, folks. We'll be back in 10 minutes, so sit tight.
Yeah, I don't have to be to work till 9. I don't have to be to work till 9 tomorrow, so I'm taking it.
How many games do you think the Dallas Cowboys are winning in 2025? I've got them repeating last year, 7-10. I've counted some fairly tough games on their schedule this year, games that I just cannot see them winning. I'm sorry. They obviously play the reigning champs twice. They've got the Lions, they've got the Chiefs, Commanders twice. I will say, Commanders, they can probably split against them, I'm just going to guess. But also, I think the Panthers are going to be a hell of a lot better than they were last year. I can see the Panthers getting a win against them. I think the Chargers are going to be a force this year. I think the Chargers are going to beat them this year. So yeah, I see Dallas only winning 7 games just like they did last year. But how many games do you think Dallas will be winning this season? Let us know in the comments below. How many games do you think the Commanders are winning this season? I've got them just a game worse than they were last season at 11-6. In week 6, I think the Bears are going to get their revenge from that meltdown they had last year. I think the Bears are winning that one. The only other losses I have them taking are at Atlanta, at LA, at Dallas, at New York, and at Philly. So for the most part, I think this team's going to pick up right where they left off last year. They added in Deebo Samuel. I think he's going to be an absolute gift for Jaden Daniels. What do you guys think, though? How many games are the Commanders winning in 2025? Let us know in the comments below.
Desmond Bain, is he going to take you to the Eastern Conference Finals? Why trade that much? It's too much for this player. Act like they was getting Halliburton.
June, can you do me this? I want you to look up Halliburton's numbers for last year.
Regular season, he averaged 18 points, 3.5 rebounds, 9 assists.
Desmond Bain last year averaged 19.2 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 5.3 assists. So yeah, it's like you getting Halliburton, not be getting a playoff magic of let's hit some game winners, send us to overtime. They might not be getting that.
That's where I was going with this.
And they might not be getting that. I don't know. But if you're going through a 82-game season, those numbers compare.
What's your way too early prediction for the Western Conference Finals next season? Most of us are going to just slide OKC right in there by default, but who would the Thunder be playing? You think it'll be the new and improved Houston Rockets, Golden State, since they'll have Jimmy Butler for a whole season? Do you think it'll be the Lakers, since they will now have Luka and DeAndre Ayton for a full season? Dallas with Cooper Flag and Kyrie, AD. What two teams will be making up the Western Conference Finals next season? Let us know in the comments below.
Well, I just got 2 miles in this damn city. Can I get a Miller Lite, man?
Okay.
I like your shirt. It's like $18. Fuck. We're Road G. Seats 21, 22. And LSU.
I apologize. Old drinks. It's good. You're good. I want to know what happened to Baltimore's defense. The Bucs ain't this good.
Incomplete. 3rd and goal.
Technically, it's 101st.
Holding. Bring that shit back. You're a wizard.
$1 more would have gotten you a highlight.
They conned us. They conned us into this.
That's some bullshit.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry, sir.
There's a lot of elderly Ravens fans right here.
Yes, the Baltimore Colts marching band back when they used to have a marching band.
A lot of popcorn. Well, there goes our points.
There goes our points. Why are you so mad, man?
Tyler Bubbles.
They're going to the exit.
Henry on the carry. Pulled down by Levante David. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
What you want to
Y'all lucked out with Brady. You lucked out with Brady. 3.
Last shit don't matter. Better get before that.
So you bet me 4-3?
Yeah, we 4-3, and we gonna win our division. Y'all will not.
No, you're not even number one.
Atlanta's way better than y'all. You crazy.
Oh shit!
Giannis is better than the Joker right now.
Well, maybe I think he was talking about like a few years back.
Oh no, not right now. Oh, in that time period, Giannis was a better player.
During the 3 years that the Joker won the MVP, Giannis is better.
And Giannis won a championship.
Jokic won one too.
He won one.
Giannis won
So
one.
did Giannis.
That's right. They both won one. So tell me why Joker won 3 and Giannis didn't win at all.
Because he's got
Tell me
better
that.
numbers.
He's a better basketball player than Giannis.
He also had better people around him too. He had better help. He had a deeper bench. He had everything around him. When he won a championship, that was Giannis. During that time period, Giannis was a better player.
Caitlin Clark received the most fan votes at WNBA All-Star Game with a record-breaking 1,293,526 votes. She ended up being the 9th most vote getter. I don't understand the hate these women have. They're all going to make more money because of her.
How many games do you think the Commanders are winning this season? I've got them just a game worse than they were last season at 11-6. In week 6, I think the Bears are going to get their revenge from that meltdown they had last year. I think the Bears are winning that one. The only other losses I have them taking are at Atlanta, at LA, at Dallas, at New York, and at Philly. So for the most part, I think this team's going to pick up right where they left off last year. They added in Deebo Samuel. I think he's going to be an absolute gift for Jaden Daniels. What do you guys think, though? How many games are the Commanders winning in 2025? Let us know in the comments below. How many games do you think the New York Giants are winning this upcoming season? I've got them winning 6 games in 2025, doubling what they had last season. Russell Wilson being their starting quarterback, I think he will make a difference, enough to give him 3 more wins. Outside of that, some of the more notable wins I will throw out there. I think in week 7 against Denver, I could see Russell Wilson returning back to that horror house. That's not a house of horrors, and beating the Broncos, which I think would be an upset. I also have the Giants pulling off 2 upsets in a row in week 11 and 12, beating the Packers and going to Detroit and upsetting the Lions. But all in all, I got them at 6-11. How many games do you think the Giants are going to win in 2025? Let us know in the comments below. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to your favorite show on the internet, second half of After Further Review, episode 248. We're going to start off by cheersing to the second half of the show. We have June back, second half of the show. This is enjoy it.
I just can't wait to hear the comments.
Can't wait to hear your top 5 QBs.
Yes. Before we hit that,
boring. It's boring.
I'm curious, what are you guys drinking tonight? We know Nestor is hydrating tonight.
I was just drinking Shinerbach. I was drinking Shinerbach because I had wine already. I've been drinking wine all afternoon, so.
G-Money?
I'm doing Old Forester 1920. Those are the shots. And speaking of wine, I'm doing a Chateau Saint Michel 2020 Cabernet Sauvignon.
I feel like that's the exact same lineup you had last week.
Yeah, I think so.
No, last week I think I was doing The wine was a Rumaden Merlot.
Excuse
No,
me.
no. I do different wines. Try to bring a little class to the show.
I am drinking this prestige beer. Just
Okay, I like that bottle.
this is my first time having this. It's okay. It's a Holland beer.
Isn't that just like Red Stripe rebranded?
Basically, but this is like
give me the red stripe.
way drier. And then Astral tequila to shoot. Malin, how about yourself?
I got the Four Roses single barrel as my shots. I'm just drinking a highlight.
Nice.
Here. I'd intrude for us Tampa folks.
This is true. All right, community comments. My favorite section of this godforsaken show. Let's start off with who is winning the AFC East first. We'll save the best for last. So, folks in the comments, this is all from TikTok. I don't think there was any comments on YouTube or Instagram this week. I just saw Nestor's comment come across the screen for the other video. Mac, he says, wow, the Miami disrespect continues because I did not pick Miami anywhere near the top of the division. Black Cloud says, I'm a Miami fan, but I think it's going to be Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets in that order. And it's going to be close between the Jets and Dolphins for last place. I hope I'm wrong, but I have no confidence in the Dolphins at all. And I said, you, sir, are realistic. Susan Ryan says Bills, not Logan Berry, says Pats. Italian Strike Force says, I think the Jets are winning it. The Patriots were 4-13 last year. How can you have them in second place? Well, last year was last year. Okay. Josh, other than Allen, who does Buffalo have? Tim Jitsu says the Bills easily. Tiki says I could see 9 or 8 for the Patriots. Flash says Miami. Matco says Bills or Bengals. And then
what the fuck?
Someone replied to him and says, bro, what?
I saw that too. I was like,
that's what we all said.
Oh, then he responded. He was trying to be clever. He meant to say Bills or Bills, but that's not a typo, though. You said Bengals.
Come on,
I mean,
bro. Just erase the comment and bro, just erase the comment and move on.
I mean, there's no clever there. There's no clever. I mean, you know, that's just not knowing that where the Bengals, what division they play in. It's like, oh, I know, Bengals, they sit there. They could be a good team. In the East, yeah, they play in the East. They play in Cincinnati, Ohio. That's like, what, East? Yeah. Dumbass motherfucker. Go back to school. Go back to school and learn geography.
What was his tagline?
That was Matco 29. Bills or Bengals.
I bet his nickname is Downey.
And last but not least, Sway Source says, doesn't matter, Green Bay winning the Super Bowl. And then someone replied and just said,
oh, no. Lord have mercy.
He came a long way, buddy.
Dude,
can't stand people. They can't even stay on subject.
Just move the fuck on. Fucking Green Bay.
You're such a cheesehead. You gotta add your favorite team in every damn conversation there is.
Exactly. God damn.
All right, now let's get to the more controversial video here.
Yeah.
All right, so I asked who is everyone's top 5 quarterbacks going into this season, and just to give context, my top 5 was Joe Burrow 5, Hurts 4, Lamar Jackson 3, Josh Allen 2, and obviously Patrick Mahomes is 1. But I was being funny and said Baker Mayfield 1, but obviously.
Can we go our top fives before you do the comments?
Sure.
Money, who are your top 5? Do you have your top 5?
Who that do you think you're talking to?
Yeah, I know.
Of course.
So money.
starting from 5 going up. Jaden Daniels, Commanders. Number 4, Joe Burrow, the Bengals. Number 3, Josh Allen. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. And number 1, possibly winning his 3rd MVP, though I think if Joe Burrow can stay healthy, he should win it this year. Lamar Jackson. Regular season MVPs. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about playoffs, what they do. We're not talking about, Super Bowls, because if that's the case, then we're only talking about Patrick Mahomes. But that's it. That when I look at the teams, and look what they did last year, and for some of those last few years carrying over. I mean, you've got Mahomes and Jackson with 2 MVPs, Allen with 1. Burrow probably should have had 1, but I think he's going to be the Russell Wilson of the AFC.
It never happens.
Where yeah, it never happens. He throws. Oh shit! Sorry, watching the game. But no, that's my 5.
Hi, June.
That's wild. Go ahead, June.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my 3 honorable mentions first.
Oh Lord.
Honorable mentions. Okay, come on.
Go ahead.
This is how I get Dak Prescott in here.
Yeah, right. He just hasn't mentioned Dak's name.
No.
He's got to go back to 8 to get to Dak.
I'm not. Honorable mentions. It's not going to make this top 5. It's Joe Burrow, C.J. Stroud, and Jalen Hurts. Now, on to the top 5.
You have Dak in front of any of those 3. I swear to God.
Number 5, Jared Goff. Number 4, Matt Stafford.
Lord.
Damn.
Oh my God.
What the hell is y'all problem?
And I thought I had.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Number 3, Lamar Jackson. Number 2, Josh Allen. And number 1, until somebody knocks the king off his throne, is Patrick Mahomes. I did not say Dak Prescott. Are you happy about that?
Yeah,
No.
but you said a lot of other dunks. Rathia said Dak Prescott.
I mean, is Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, Josh Allen.
Ooh. Spicy at the top.
Now, mine's a little unconventional. Not as crazy as June's. Well, maybe where I have.
God.
You put Matt Stafford into yours. Shut up. I took quarterback stats of the last 2 years to figure out who my top 5 are going to be. Okay. So I actually have Patrick Mahomes at number 5. Patrick Mahomes at number 5.
Hey, if G was here right now, I would be cleaning up a massive mess.
So
this is just
y'all
the
laughing at
last
mine?
2 years. Just look at the last 2 years. So Mahomes number 5. I got Goff number 4. I got Mayfield number 3. You look at the stats. He's got more touchdown passes than any other quarterback.
Man, y'all laughing at mine.
Number 2. And then I got Allen, then I got Lamar. Oh yeah, prove me wrong with Baker. Go ahead, prove me wrong, Baker. Tell me how his
Man,
stats.
you know what?
He's had better stats than Patrick Mahomes year to year over the last 3 years. Better stats. Tell me I'm wrong. Look it up.
Malin,
Look at.
I'm going to clip farm this. This is going on TikTok.
Clip it. No, clip it.
Just letting you know beforehand.
Look at Baker's stats versus Patrick Mahomes' stats. At least the last 2 years. Tell me who played better quarterback. Tell me who had better quarterback play.
I'm not arguing.
Go ahead.
I don't need to look at stats.
Just look at the numbers.
I don't need to look at stats.
Just look at the numbers. I'm saying the numbers don't lie. Numbers are the numbers.
All right, let's see.
Jared Goff had the second most touchdowns the last 2 years and actually led the league in passing yards. Now, I think after this next year, Jared Goff is going to have drop off because they're not going to have Ben Johnson. Go ahead, look at he's looking right now. Look at Patty Mahomes. Look at Baker Mayfield. You got no argument.
Oh, I got plenty of argument.
No, you don't.
Because his stats aren't better than Dak's. I'm looking at Dak's stats, and Dak's stats are better than Baker Mayfield.
No. Not a damn.
Not last year's. The last 2 years, they both played full seasons. Dak's stats are better than Baker Mayfield's.
You're
last
saying that
2
they played
years,
that they both played 2 seasons.
full
seasons.
Okay, so you don't.
Not
You know
last
what?
year's.
The best ability is availability. So if your QB was hurt, he's
Oh
off.
my God.
Shut up
Okay,
with that.
okay.
For his best
Okay.
2 years. In that case, let me cherry pick Mahomes' best 2 years.
I didn't say best 2 years. I said the 2 years
Because
he
Dak
played.
had 47 touchdowns the last 2 years, and Baker had like 67. Or 69 actually. So let's calm down. Threw for a hell of a lot more yards.
He was behind. He was behind more.
He was behind more. They've made the playoffs every year. He's been the starter. How's Dak doing?
Well,
with that?
he didn't make the. He was hurt last year.
Oh, he was.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was boo. Yeah, best ability is availability.
Whatever. Get out of here, clown.
Let's-
Who's next? Who's next?
Side by side,
Who's next?
played better
Who's
quarterback last 2 years.
We need to get to
Play better
the
quarterback.
comments here.
Nobody.
This is what I was trying to save our takes for the after the
wrong.
comments. All right, let's start off.
Nobody.
Taylor Hammond. People are sleeping on golf. And then
I mean,
Nestor said they can have a good night's sleep. Josh Bennett says, number 1, Hurts. Number 2, Mahomes. 3, Allen. 4, Jackson. 5, Burrow. Watch out for May this year. Josh Bennett, I am not mad at your comment at all, sir.
yeah, he has 41 touchdowns and 20 interceptions the last 2 years. So he's stat padding with tush push, which I guess go for it. But his throwing ability, come on, man. And he's got one of the best wide receiver duos in the NFL.
Well, and let's not forget, he has the best O-line in the NFL.
And running back.
No, well,
Arguably the best.
I mean, yeah, but none of that would make any difference if your O-line sucked. If you had the O-line of the Jets 2 years ago, none of that would have made any difference.
But
you have 4 All-Pros at the starting positions and 1 second team All-Pro. Your O-line is fucking good. And really, it doesn't matter who your quarterback is. You could put just...
What I'm saying is, do we
he
penalize
still
him
doesn't have-
for having a good team around him?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Won the Super Bowl, and he deserves to be recognized Super Bowl champ. But even with all the talent he had around him, Jalen, he still does not have the stats is better than most of the 5 people that we mentioned outside of the Matt Stafford argument that June tried to make. Sorry.
I mean, sure, but
You get what
okay.
I'm
So
saying?
the next
'Cause I'm
comment
looking-
though is from someone, Jaden. He says Hurts has no argument over Joe. My whole thing is people want to act like Joe Burrow has not had talent around him. Yes, his offensive lines have not been the greatest. We know that, but have you looked at his 2 wide receivers that he has? Did he not have Joe Mixon for the first 3 or 4 years of his career?
Burrow's also not in my top 5 because he's hurt all the damn time.
And there's that
Like,
too.
this isn't Joe Burrow 2021. Like, he's hurt all the time. Like, how can
Right.
he be a top runner for MVP when he gets hurt 4 times and he makes the playoffs? Like, he ends the season on the IR more times than he's made the playoffs in his career. How can he be a top 5 quarterback?
I don't know. He threw for, I don't know, almost 5,000 yards last year. 39 touchdowns? That's how he can be. That's how he can be in the top 5.
Got to finish the year, man.
No, you don't. If you if you play for, let's say, 14 games and you throw for almost 5,000 yards, it's better than Baker Mayfield. He played all the games. So
Baker Mayfield's making the playoffs.
He still has 12 less touchdowns than Baker does the last 2 years. Still has 12 less touchdowns. What was he going to do? Throw 6 touchdowns the last 2 games? No, he's not. You got to be available. You got to play.
You don't, because if that's the case, you could pick any quarterback that played all 6 games. Bryce Young was benched, but you could very well make the case for Geno fucking Smith being the best guy, one of the top 5 quarterbacks, because he was available all the games. If that was your
playoffs, you're not a top 5 quarterback.
If that was your criteria,
that is my criteria. You gotta be playing at the end of the year, man.
I need to move Joe Burrow up out of there. Is what you're saying. I agree. All right. Next person, Matt something says, in no order: Allen, Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, Stafford, low-key. What?
Gross.
Tyler Beardsley says Burrow ain't winning because that defense is one of the worst in NFL, and O-line isn't good either. Meanwhile, Hurts top 10 in both. Top 10? Okay.
But you're talking about the talent around the quarterback, not what the quarterback does.
Well, you're talking about availability, and he was available, and he won the Super Bowl, and he went to the playoffs. So, under your criteria, he's a top 5 quarterback.
Nope, I'm going regular season stats. Regular season stats. Even with all the talent that Hurts has around him,
that's not what you said. Because when my argument, you said, well, he didn't go to the playoffs. Well, Jalen Hurts has gone to the playoffs, and he's won the Super Bowl.
He's hurt all the time.
I'm considering everything. Going to post and
going to the Super Bowl, he doesn't have the stats, and he's got a much better cast around him than all these other people. Even Patrick Mahomes, and he still doesn't have the stats.
Freddie says,
that's because they ran the ball.
By your logic, Trent Dilfer is better than Dan Marino. It's not what I'm saying at all. Spencer something says 1 Allen, 2 Mahomes, 3 Lamar, 4 Burrow, 5 Dak.
Love you, buddy.
Your check is in the mail. All right. Vampy Red Disgrace says Burrow plays better football than Hurts, bro. Come on. All right. PHG fam says Herbert top 5 and he ain't 5. I knew there was going to be a Justin Herbert apologist in here somewhere. Somewhere. Apple user says, I know the bottom one is Dak. NA says Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Jackson, Hurts by a wide margin. Okay. Brent says Hurts, Burrow, Mayfield, Allen, Jackson. Interesting. Mad 423.
Did he not have Mahomes in his top 5 at all? Did he?
Not in there at all. Wins are a team stat. Hurts 8th through 10th. Okay.
Wow.
Ethan B. 5 Hurts, 4 Lamar, 3 Burrow, 2 Allen, 1 Mahomes. Willis Fit says Lamar has done less than Joe Burrow. Okay.
What?
What?
He won 2 MVPs.
Yeah, that's okay. He's high. Straight up high.
Willis.
I mean, I'm sure that Lamar might trade his 2 MVPs for one shot at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But still,
He's really jacked in his profile picture. So,
Let me ask you a question, Malin. Did you have Baker Mayfield above Jared Goff?
what?
You have Mayfield above Goff?
I think I did. I had Mayfield 4 and Goff 3, or I had it switched the other way. Their stats are really comparable between the
They
two.
compare. That's what I was going to ask you. What do you think about their two stats? They're pretty much the same.
They're really close. I have Goff in my top 5 going into this year based off of what he's done the last 2 years. But it does worry me what it Ben Johnson, was it him? But then he put up numbers with Sean McVay, and he kind of had it down here with Sean McVay, and everybody thought he was done. But there is talent on that team, and he's played well enough, in my opinion, over the last 2 years in Detroit, taking Detroit places no one ever thought they would go to be in the top 5.
Last few here. Someone said a lot of no ball knowledge in these comments. If your top 5 is not starting, number 1 Mahomes, 2 Lamar, 3 Josh, and then a bunch of just face palms. Stupid.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can move Baker Mayfield out of the top 5. We'll give you that permission.
Because he deserves to be there. What? I don't get this idea that Mahomes has to stay at number 1 every year just because he was so great early in his career.
I agree.
And his stats haven't necessarily backed it up. And everybody over the last 2 years, all of us on this show, because everyone was like, oh, well, he always wins. But we always rail on the refs helping them. We all have. We've all talked about how they get these crazy-ass calls that help them out.
This is true.
Ever since he lost Tyreek Hill, he has not been the same quarterback. Now, Andy Reid is a great coach, and they do keep winning games. I get that. But his quarterback play has diminished. It hasn't been as great. He has not been... he had better stats early in his career versus what he has now versus someone like a Tom Brady that his stats kept growing. Tom Brady's numbers were getting better at this point. Mahomes' numbers have been getting a little bit worse. They haven't been getting better. And so is that the coaching?
Still winning.
Is it the lack of talent around him? Well, Tom Brady was winning too, but he was putting up better numbers. Everyone thinks of Mahomes being the greatest quarterback that we have in the NFL right now because they remember the days when they were averaging 38 points a game. I think they were number 28th in scoring last year for more than half the season because they were eking out these 17-14 games, and they weren't winning because of great masterful quarterback play. It's just all I'm saying. I don't see. Yes, he's a really good quarterback. Yes, they win a lot of games, but they were winning a lot of games because of him and because of that offense, and now they're winning a lot of games because of the defense, because the offense has not been humming the last 2 years. You look at that offense last year, and then you look at his 2 Super Bowl losses, man, he got manhandled. And I know he didn't have his 2 tackles against the Bucks, but he really had no excuse for the way that offense played against the Eagles. I'm not saying he's not. I'm asking you guys, what is it that keeps him at the top, even though he's not playing like he's at the top, and he even just lost a Super Bowl?
Well, the thing for me is,
go ahead.
I think what the thing is that he finds a way to win at the end of games when it counts the most. He's winning games when it counts the most. He doesn't need to put up 500 yards to win. This man is making plays when they need to make plays. He either doing it with his legs.
Make plays for him too.
Oh my gosh!
We've all talked about it. We've all talked about it.
They do. I'm not denying that they do. Yeah.
We've all talked about it. That they get
All
drives
star-
extended at the end of the game.
Star quarterbacks get preferential treatment.
Yes.
I don't think
Brady got it. Troy Aikman got it. all these guys get it. It's Peyton got. My God, Peyton got it now. Okay. I mean, you remember that game when Peyton was down 21-0 against who was that? And they came back and won when he was with the Colts, and they was down 21-0 against somebody, and they came back and won the AFC. And he went to the Super Bowl. Who was that? Remember that game? And everybody kept saying, "Oh, Peyton's getting calls." All quarterbacks get calls. All star quarterbacks get calls.
Yeah.
But the Chargers sounds like something the Chargers would do.
They get more than most.
Sure.
All I'm saying is that outside of wins, in winning a football game, which in my opinion is more of a team.
Part of it, I will say,
thing.
is if you look at their offense these past few years since they got rid of Tyreek, it's like if you gave any of these other guys those receivers that he has, they're not making, they're not winning AFC every year. It's just not.
I don't
happening.
agree. I think Tom Brady could. I think
But that's the greatest quarterback of all time.
No, he could not. No,
he could.
Well, no, he could not. Because remember, and I know that you all have amnesia at times, but Tom Brady, when he didn't have any wide receivers, was complaining in public about having no wide receivers, and that's why they weren't winning as much, because he didn't have any wide receivers, and that Kraft didn't go out and get him wide receivers.
His best wide receiver their last 3 Super Bowls was Julian Edelman.
That's immaterial. What I'm saying is that
they didn't have the talent at wide receiver position. There wasn't a lot of talent there.
Shut the fuck up and open your ears and hear what I'm saying.
Lord have mercy.
You dumb motherfucker. You dumb motherfucker.
You can say all the insults you want, but he did not have the talent. You can say all the insults you want because there's no argument.
You're saying so when Tom Brady had absolutely no wide receivers,
that went off the rails.
He complained that he didn't have anybody to throw the ball to. It wasn't that he made wide receivers better. It was that he had nobody that he could throw the ball to. They didn't win the Super Bowl when he had absolutely zero. Not when they had 0 wide receivers. When they had. Who was their wide receivers? And by the way, when they beat us, let's be honest. Our defense collapsed in the fourth. Our defense collapsed in the fourth quarter. Our defense collapsed in the fourth quarter, and there was a play that we probably, even though
nobody was talking about Wes Welker before he was a Patriot. Nobody was talking about Wes Welker before he was a Patriot. No one was talking about Julian Edelman. He made people better. Patrick Mahomes is not making these wide receivers better.
Oh, really? How about Rice? Did he not make Rice better until he went? He is making people better. Okay. Xavier, my God, man. Are you that dense? Do you know anything about football, or do you just listen to comments off of Fox Sports? You have no knowledge. You have no knowledge. You're crazy.
You're going off the rails. You're going.
You are just. You are just. You have. No, they're not insults. They're actually. I'm sorry, but I mean.
I was only comparing to current quarterbacks. As soon as you bring Tom Brady into the conversation, it throws things. The multiverse gets all out of whack. So I'm only saying, compared to current quarterbacks, no one is doing what Patrick Mahomes is doing, which is why I keep him at number 1, even with the refs in consideration. That's all
I still think he's number 1. I still think
I mean,
he's number one because he has intangibles. He brings the intangibles to the game, like that Bills game in the playoffs a couple of years ago, or
Hell, even last year's.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Or 30 seconds left in the game. You know what I mean? You bring the game back and you win the game. Okay? It's just about what he does in the moments. You don't need to be great. Okay, so first of all, here's the deal. And I've always said this. I say this about defenses all the time. They don't pay you as a quarterback to throw for 800 yards a game. They pay you to win games when you need to win games. Okay? Anybody can win throwing 800 yards a game. You can sneak up and get a win. But in that moment, when you got to drive the ball 80 yards, okay, and you got to put the ball into the end zone, and you guys didn't never see this, but Ernie Kosar couldn't do it back in the 80s with the Cleveland Browns versus the Denver Broncos. Have you ever heard the word "the drive" that John Elway did against the Cleveland Browns? If you've ever seen that drive, it was the greatest drive of all time. There's no quarterback that's ever drove a team down like he did and won a game. That's because he had that intangible. John Elway wasn't the greatest quarterback of all time. But when it came to winning and it was winning time, he knew how to do that. He knew how to put the game away. Something that Jim Kelly could never do. Jim Kelly, great quarterback, couldn't win it. Couldn't win you a game in clutch time. He just couldn't do it. So, I mean, that's why I believe Patrick Mahomes is still the king.
Yeah, I agree. But we are going to move into what's up with that. The community comments. Turns out it wasn't the community comments that got us up in arms. It was our own group. Okay, we're gonna move into what's up with that. That's where we each pick one thing within the world of sports. Last year we got into the world of fucking fashion and advertising. Within the world of sports that we have a grievance with. Technically I have two, but I can keep it to just one. But would anybody like to volunteer to go first? Also, G Money, if Malin comes back in here, can you break bread with Malin?
Malin knows me. He knows me well, and I've told him things, and just needs to grow some thick skin. He needs to be reptilian like me.
Oh God. Oh no. Is he in the comments? Okay, so I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead.
So I was thinking about this today, and I want to talk about this. They starting to ramp back up with these conference. They talk about the NCAA football and this conference realignment again. The NCAA has got to put a cap onto this. They got to figure out how this, because we're going to destroy another conference. We're going to destroy another conference. Now the SEC is going at the ACC, and they're trying to grab North Carolina, and they're trying to grab Clemson. Okay? And at the same time, you have the Mountain West Conference is probably going to go away next year and become the Pac-12. And we'll have a Pac-12 again, which Stanford and California said they would go back to the Pac-12. So now, I mean, it's becoming ridiculous now. It's becoming too revolving. We got too many teams just up and moving. And the NCAA has got to put a clamp on this. They've got to do something about this. Okay? They have to say that what the NCAA should have did, they should have said, we're going to have 8 conferences. They should have aligned the teams in those conferences and then have a fair, or have 12 conferences. I don't give a shit. If you're going to have 12 teams in the playoffs, you can have 8 conferences, 8 winners and 4 at-large bids. Okay, it doesn't matter, but you got to do something about this before it gets out of control, and we down to 2 conferences, and the only thing we end up having left is the damn SEC and Big Ten, because that's where we're headed, to 2 conferences. So the NCAA needs to get a grip on this conference realignment bullshit. I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah, I don't know if they can. I think the genie's out of the bottle there, and I just don't know what power the NCAA has anymore. You know, that's the problem right there. Is I just don't know. I mean, if the SEC and Big Ten decided to form that super conference, I don't know what the NCAA could do. Unfortunately, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. I just don't know what they can do. I mean, they've ceded so much power, and and aside from the fact, I don't think they want another lawsuit because they lose lawsuits. They must be using Trump attorneys because they just continually lose and they get bad advice.
Right. Yeah.
G Money, would you like to go next?
Sure. So I didn't think I was going to have to do this again. I definitely didn't think I'd have to go back to back with the same damn thing. But god damn it, Skeletor. So we're going to talk about expansion, but we're not. So we're not going to talk about expansion. Instead, where are we going? We're going to fucking Real Madrid. Nestor knows Real Madrid. Real Madrid, one of the top football clubs in Europe. Also, one of the top basketball teams in the Euro League. Why is Skeletor going to fucking Real Madrid? Why? Because you know what their revenue was last year? $683 million. $683 million. So we already know that freaking insane, right? So going there, what do you think he's going there? He's going there to, talk food, maybe hang out on the beach, No, they're talking about realignment. They're talking about expansion into Europe and basically folding in some of the Euro League into an NBA Europe League. And not just like a league to itself, but an extension of NBA itself. So you have the Western Conference, the Eastern Conference, you have the European Conference. Why does this make sense to the NBA and the owners? Well, money. It's definitely about money, right? Number one, they can have an entrance fee. So basically, you join us, you pay us X amount of dollars. We don't have to worry about stocking your teams because they're already stocked. We'll have to deal with the schedule, but we can do that because guess what? We're already playing 2 games this year, 2 regular season games this year in Europe, one in London and one in Berlin. And next year we're playing at least 2 more, one in Manchester and I believe the other one is in Berlin. So we're already seeing that if we can basically have the Euro League, and there's 30 teams in the Euro League, so I don't know if they bring the whole Euro League, or like with the old ABA when it folded, they brought 4 teams in. If they're going to bring in like half the teams, create a conference, you could play within your conference, and then you'd come over to the States for like a month and a half and play Eastern Conference, Western Conference, and then fly back, and then teams from the East and the West would do the same thing. A lot of fucking travel, but it's a lot of money. I wouldn't see this. I can actually see, because Skeletor is not going to do this without the NBA owners telling him, yeah, go ahead, see how it is. Because my thought is they're going to ask for between $500 and $750 million per team to join. And then the next TV contract, put another 0 behind what they just signed. Because now you're looking at not national, you're looking at worldwide. There's a shitload of money. There's more money to be made there than there is to expand to Seattle and Las Vegas. So you know what? Fuck you. Fuck You NBA, you money-grubbing whores. Basically, you're going to string Las Vegas and Seattle along, saying, "Yeah, get the arena, do this. Yeah, we'll talk, we'll discuss about expansion." Meanwhile, they're in serious talks about expanding into Europe with established teams and basically creating another conference. Fuck you. That's all I had to say.
Damn.
All right.
Mine is pretty quick, so I'll just go really. That image of, is it Brian Schottenheimer, the coach of the Cowboys? Him with his at practice with his visor on backwards. Come on, man. You cannot be an NFL coach in the year 2025 and expect people to take your team seriously. And you're out here with the backwards visor on. I mean, come on. It just makes the Cowboys look even worse. And it goes to show you're like, I already know what this team's going to be about this year. This coach is a 2-year coach at most. He is a gap filler, to put it nicely. That's all I got to say.
Embarrassing. It was worse than a damn pony riding. Jesus Christ.
Go ahead, Nestor.
Mine is quick. I really couldn't find my work computer is going haywire, and I'm very worried right now. But anyway, it looks like it's being controlled by somebody else. Anyway, that's not good. I really don't have much, but I did see that Trump was getting his hands into the Olympics in LA, I think.
That's all
I
right.
just think, I don't want to get into politics, but I feel like anything he gets his hands on with this much passion is a problem. Not intending any pun, but yeah, I don't like it for a guy for a party that's supposed to be about, not regulation. I don't like that he's so passionate about taking the reins of the project. Which I'm not sure what he's intending to do, but he should leave the fuck alone the Olympics. He should especially not even touch the damn World Cup, because the people are going to come. If he allows the people to just travel, they will come, and then it will be profitable. But if he starts talking out of his ass, I think it's going to be a problem.
They already screwed over the Venezuelan Little League baseball team.
Oh,
yeah, they did.
I saw that. That's
some bullshit.
Idiotic. Yeah.
But bullshit.
Par for the course. We don't want to get into politics here. I think that will do it, folks. We're right on time here. So, yes, thank you all for watching, listening. If you want to follow June on TikTok, if you are a Cowboys fan, if you're just an NFL fan in general and want a Cowboy flavor to go along with your videos, follow June on TikTok. It is always linked down in the description below. We wish June the best for his couple of weeks off here. Hope he enjoys them. Next week, we're doing the AFC West. Special guest on next week, so stay tuned. With that being said, gentlemen, thank you all for joining. Folks at home, we'll see you all next week. Same time, same place. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.